What's up, guys? I'm Troy. Got a basketball game tomorrow. I'm a point guard. I got a shoe game. And we are back with episode 238 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off some of the best setups to give you some ideas and inspiration for your own setup. If there's anything you like, I'll have it all listed for you in the description down below so you can check out some of the gear and hardware. But we'll kick it off now. 238. First up today is Justin with the craziness going on here. So it might be hard to see at first, but this is run by 3 different platforms pretty much. He does have a gaming PC, there's also the MacBook Pro, and he also has an Apple iMac. So all of that is right here. Also, that wallpaper choice just pops really nicely. Also complements the RGB light strip you have behind the monitors. So pinpointing which is which, that overhead is the iMac 27-inch. It's their 5K 2017 model. Underneath is an AOC 34-inch ultra-wide monitor at 100 Hz. That is for the actual PC. Then mounted there on the left side is his 16-inch MacBook Pro. Down to the peripherals, you have a HyperX Alloy Origins Core keyboard with the Logitech G703 Lightspeed mouse. Got the SteelSeries Arctis 5 headset, as well as the Edifier R 1280dB speakers. And in the back, you can see the Apple Magic keyboard and stuff for the iMac. But for the PC, inside the Ryzen 5 1600AF CPU with 16 gigs of G.Skill Aegis RAM. Aegis, I always mess this up. On an ASRock B450M Steel Legend motherboard and a Gigabyte RX 5700 XT graphics card. That's all inside the Cooler Master Masterbox Q300L case. So I don't know if he works on all 3 different systems at once or what the particular... That's my pup. Yeah, but I don't know the workflow necessarily. I'm sure you've got it down pat. I'm sure it works for you fine. But I really like the way you have it all mounted. Looks really nice together as a cohesive unit. And whatever sort of room this is with those wooden beams, I think it looks really nice. Got some natural lighting as well with some of the succulents and air plants. I think it's a really cool productivity and gaming setup. Next up from Jaydimaster is a jaw-dropping stunner of a clean and minimal setup here that just gives me all the good feels, you know what I'm saying? It's moody, it's futuristic. I like the space theme subtly going on as well. So checking out his monitors, the primary there is a 34-inch ultra-wide from Alienware. The mounted off to the right side, the vertical orientation is a Asus 24-inch. There was sitting on a wooden SAMD monitor riser, which I think is a nice contrast to the otherwise, white and black theme going on. Color-wise, it kind of goes along to, Mars and the wallpaper, as well as the wooden wrist rest and stuff. But down for his peripherals, the Ducky 1-2 mini keyboard, which he obviously customized and made it look a bit better. Walnut wrist rest, as I said, with the Logitech G502 Lightspeed wireless mouse. Then also for audio, he has the Klipsch Pro Media 2.1 speaker setup. Now, for the PC, off to the left side with a Fractal Design Meshify C case in white, with a Ryzen 7 3700X CPU, got their stock cooler with some Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro RAM, an MSI MPG X570 Gaming Edge motherboard, and an EVGA RTX 3070 XC3 Ultra graphics card. But I love how clean that build looks inside, man. Also, I know you're probably curious, but the chair here is the Pursuit Ergonomic from Upliftdesk. So this setup is just all around a 10 out of 10. Again, I love the black and white theme with the splashes of orange throughout and stuff. You can see in the background with the black wall, but having those white hexagon shapes. It all just complements each other perfectly. Jaydimaster knows what's up. Holy Star Wars. We got DogOfPavlov here hitting us with just everything. 6 total displays, 2 different sort of setups here for the L-shaped desk, but I love all the Star Wars stuff around with those lightsabers, pretty much just like adding a secondary RGB effect going on. That's all in addition to the light strips around the desk and behind the monitor, Nanolith Aurora light panels. Why have RGB when you can have a lightsaber on your wall? Alright, so let's tackle this. The top monitor is a 34-inch LG. The left monitor is a 27-inch 4K from LG, as well as the right monitor. It's that same 27-inch LG 4K. The middle monitor is a 27-inch 4K 144 Hz panel, so a different model. And then underneath is a Kuman 5-inch, sort of like that mini reference monitor. And no information really on the setup on the left side even, but you have the laptop there in addition to that overhead monitor. So 6 total screens here, and each display, each monitor has its own Star Wars themed wallpaper. So God forbid anybody shows up wearing a Star Trek shirt. Down to his peripherals is the Corsair K95 Platinum keyboard with both the Corsair Glaive RGB Pro mouse and the Corsair Dark Core RGB Pro SE mouse. You can see in the back as well some of those wide shots, he has those Corsair sort of RGB light sticks, and also for his headset, not pictured here, but the Corsair Virtuoso RGB wireless gunmetal headphones. Now over to the PC, we have an NZXT H510 Elite case with an Intel i9-9900K CPU, an NZXT Kraken X63 AIO, 64 gigs of Team Force RGB RAM on an NZXT N7 Z390 motherboard, and an RTX 2080 Ti graphics card, as well as Darth Vader sitting up top watching over the throne. And again, just love those lightsabers mounted on the wall behind it. This is the definition of a hero shot. Got some helmets mounted on the wall as well, with seemingly some RGB inside those as well to give them a bit of a glow. Then also in the room is the console setup. Get the entertainment center here with all the consoles on display. Retro consoles at least, because you can see the PS4 and the Xbox One mounted underneath the TV. But man, DogOfPavlov here with the dedication. All LG displays, all Corsair peripherals, all Star Wars everything, all day, all night. This is a mind F. You know what I'm saying? Can't curse, we're family friendly, gotta get those ads running, you get me. Next up, we have DailySetupTech, and this is from his Instagram. Definitely check it out. He has some really cool photos that he posts of his setup and the setup evolution along the way. This time now, going with that really warm, cozy vibe with the orange lighting and stuff. Single monitor, so it's nice and simple looking, but I think you nail the aesthetic all around. The monitor is a 34-inch Xiaomi ultrawide sitting on a Grove-made walnut desk shelf to go along with the wooden desktop here from Autonomous. That's their Smart Desk 2 frame. The chair is also from Autonomous. It's their Ergo chair too. And I gotta say, I love the monitor wallpaper choice, also matching the wallpaper on your phone to get the consistency there. And even the LifeX tiles mounted up to add some more orange glow to sort of bring out that strip from the spaceship in the wallpaper, as well as the RGB light strips behind the desk. Down to the peripherals, we have a Mode 80 keyboard with the Logitech MX Master 2S and a Delta Hub Carpio on a felt extended mousepad. And for audio, we have the Sony XM4 wireless headphones with the Edifier S305 speakers. And then on the shelf in the monitor riser is his DAC powering those speakers, the iFi Audio Zen DAC. Now over to the PC, a really nice custom water-cooled build here. This is the Lian Li 011D mini case. Inside the Ryzen 7 2700 CPU, 16 gigs of Team Group Extreme RAM, and the GTX 1070 Founders Edition graphics card. The pumps and the water blocks and stuff are all from EKWB. But what I really like and think's creative is for the rubber tubing, he used sandpaper and went along that to give it this sort of frosted look. So I thought that was really creative, and the final result here looks really nice. So the super warm and cozy single monitor setup here from DailySetupTech. I think you did a really good job with all the design choices and everything that went into this setup. You know, it's the perfect touch all around. Like I said, check out his Instagram. He also has a dedicated video on YouTube about this very setup. And then last but not least, we have Gökhan with the triple monitor setup, big old TV for gaming. We'll call this one the Vaporwave Miami Nights sort of setup with the pinks, blues, purples. I feel like it's a Need for Speed wallpaper possibly, but this is looking killer. Not to mention the integrated RGB strip into the actual desk, which looks really nice. Now, as for those 3 displays, they're all 27-inch monitors from Dell. The primary one in the middle, though, is a different model because it's 165 Hz with a refresh rate, while the outer 2 are 70 Hz. I would recommend, for a little tip, to hide the taskbar, though. Now, down to his peripherals, nice and clean, all wireless and white as well, with the Logitech G915 TKL Lightspeed keyboard and Logitech G305 mouse. They're both sitting on the Mad Catz Glide 38. And then for audio, he has the Beyerdynamic DT1990 Pro headphones on the Corsair ST100 RGB headphone stand. Now over to the PC, inside the Lian Li 011 Dynamic XL case. Inside an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X CPU with a Corsair H100 RGB Platinum SE AIO with 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro RAM, an Asus ROG Strix B550A gaming motherboard, and the NVIDIA RTX 3080 Founders Edition graphics card. Really liking the white hardware inside mixed with the RGB, and man, only if you had like a Vision graphics card to complete that all-white build, I think it would look sick. Get a little peek underneath the desk. Good job on cable management. You can see that little box off to the right side of the screen. That's where I assume mostly like the power bricks and power cords are being kept nice and tidy. And then off to the side for gaming with the PS5, you can see there on the entertainment console, he has a Sony 55-inch 4K TV, which is 120 Hz with this XH90 model. RGB behind the stand itself and the TV, matching white headset there. Just the coordination is on point through and through. So, gotta say, you definitely know what you're doing. You put together a killer triple monitor gaming setup. You got the PS5 setup as well. Really nice desk, completing a dream of a gaming room. Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 238 of Room Tour Project. Hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, check the description down below for all the gear and hardware you saw, plus some very simple instructions on how to submit your setup. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp, and lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day.